Just waiting for it to kind of load a little bit more. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we doing today? All right, we're going to talk about you today. We're going to talk about all about you. What can we do to help you do some more things for yourself? Let's focus on a couple of things. I have some questions for you. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I'm going to try to help you as much as I can today. Now, good morning, Jay. Good morning, EP. Good morning, all these other people. Now, some questions. I hope you have your tablet and pen ready to go. Tablet and pen, I want to show you exactly how to get to millionaire status. Okay, millionaire status for you and your organization, but it's going to be up to you. Now, within a year, you can get to 3 to 5 million if you want to, but you're going to have to follow through, hit steps. So let's go through the process. Today, we're going to write down today's date. Remember, it is January what? 12th. Let's double check the calendar. There it is. January 12th. Here's our problem. This year is going to go by this fast. Very simple. But if we listen and we follow through, let's understand. Foundation. Let's do this. Foundation builds the structure that builds the dream. Foundation builds structure, builds the dream. That's what you have to think about. My first question to every one of you. Have you added anything to your life to move forward? In other words, have you added anything in your life to move forward? Have you added any more structure? I watch people all the time, and I had a lady the other day says, well, I don't need this, that, it's fine, I'm going to do it on my own. 2 days later, she lost her job. Now she's panicking. What happens when you panic, okay? The problem when people panic, they make wrong decisions. And the first thing I told her, she got back on the phone, she wanted to talk, what do I do next, what do I do next? I said, well, I thought you didn't need me. Right? That, again, the story changes. Story changes all the time based on need, want, and desire. See, the need, want, and the desire, what we need to do. Today, if your desire is to get to millionaire status, you have to understand how to get through that process. Okay, so when I'm talking about a platinum card, we'll get there. We'll talk about platinum in a minute. We're going to talk about all different types of credit cards. One of the reasons why every one of you should always listen to me, I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit. Not only because I built 60 billion of credit for my clients and myself over the years, because very simple, I help people get to millionaire status. I'm sorry, I don't like the circus out there and the clowns going blah, blah, blah. I don't like someone telling you need 3 LLCs. Someone telling you about gold, platinum cards and, basically on the credit and rebuild you and all this other stuff, repair credit. Because credit repair is a fraud, okay? It's actually Fair Credit Reporting Act says they're against the law to do it anyway. But you have these organizations now going to do credit repair. What are they going to do? Okay, lie to the credit bureau? It makes no sense. So let's understand what we need to do is very simple today. Let's take today and have a tab in front of us. Let's write down it's January 12th. Let's write down we're losing days and times and you keep having a rerun every day. I believe most of you did the same thing last week, every day, the same day. Your rerun just keeps going and going and going. If you don't add something to your life, the bottom line is you're not going to make it. So understand, what structure did you add to make a difference in your life today? What structure? In other words, rules and tools. Now, we can talk about pieces and answer your questions all day long. I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit. The reason I got that nickname on KNX years ago, because I built 60 billion of credit for my clients and myself over the years, and I incorporate rich and famous people, normal people, all this other stuff. Well, let's understand, for 49 years, this will be 50 years as of March, I'm online, all right, or in person, okay? And that means for my classes and stuff, in person or online for 49 years, help people 6 days a week. Now, I'm new to, all right, literally what I call TikTok and all those other things, social media. I didn't start this social media campaign until about, this will be my 8th week. And I was trying to get to 25,000 followers up today. The only difference right now, I have only like 20,100 or 300, whatever. I'm trying to get 5,000 more followers today. And I like to get 1,000 people that are in my fan club as well. Now, I've helped 50 million people so far. 50 million, okay? Learn about division process in almost 50 years. So what do we do for you? I'd like you to think about structure. Please think and take a moment about structure. Look at your situation, what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish this year in 2026. I think the structure you're lacking is going to hurt you. So structure could be LLC. it could be LLP, it could be nonprofit, it could be PC, it could be C or S Corp. These are what the Supreme Court said was a legal person. So we're going to take basically, and I'm not here to be an attorney, but I can tell you everything about what needs to be structured to get to millionaire status. I'm lucky, and while I was being used and abused, I paid attention that a corporation is a legal person. So let's write down a corporation is a legal person, or these things these categories are legal person. Congrats. Thank you very much for congrats. Thanks for number one. Okay. Well, what we have to understand is this: encourage your viewers to share the live. Well, the reality is they all should share the live with everybody. I mean, can you imagine today? If you shared this live today with 5 or 10 of your friends and you got them in one of my programs, I'd sell you $1,000. Would you like $1,000 a day? Would you like to make some extra money? I mean, come on, my affiliate program pays people $500 to $1,000 a day just by referral base. So share the live with everybody you know. I mean, it's going to be up to you, okay, how you do this process. So let's go back to basics now. Now we're going to look at you being a CFO. Let's write down CFO, Chief Financial Officer. You have to be a CFO for your family. Now, I'm going to tell you how I do my life, and I created millions and billions, okay? I got my first $1 million structure when I was 15 years old, when I invented Car Finder, by the way. And other things I've got patents on as well. So what happens is I created money. First billion at 21 through corporate structure, second billion at 26, and all kinds of good stuff. So I know how to get millions to billions. It's not hard to do. But I was lucky because I was the guy that trained Ken Yarborough at TRW, which stood for Thomas Raymond Woolridge. They made bicycle parts El Segundo, California, and then they got an information business. Thank you, Jay, for adding to the fan club. So they got an information business, and credit bureaus were started based on inquiries to make sure you don't shop around and rip off the banks and creditors. So what we have to understand, if you today have a lousy credit score, please don't hire a credit repair company. They're going to rip you off. Or write silly letters called not mine, not late kind of thing. They're probably going to use my forms that I put in my book 42 years ago called Prove It or Remove It. Since I helped set up the system, all right, I created the oldest card was my suggestion, and they put that in the system. This is late 70s and 80s and 90s. Then I created what's called fluctuation. Let's understand this. These cards, this is a 10, this is a 50. What do? All right, they fluctuate. So if you wanted to build your life and structure today, first you'd have to put your credit cards in front of you, okay? You'd have to take, let's say, this $10,000 credit card, and you'd have to basically understand it fluctuates. Hey, thanks for your information. I really appreciate your time, so I'm taking notes. Fantastic. Hey, I appreciate your time. I love what I'm just having fun. My 8th week, and I'm having a great time so far. Now, let's listen carefully. Since they're not teaching the rules and tools out there in the world today, they're just saying, get this card, blah, 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 and a lot of BS. I call it the circus, a bunch of clowns. This card needs a sticky in the back. You need to put a sticky behind your credit card. So get yourself a pack of stickies today. And what you're going to do, put on this, like this card here. This is a $10,000 credit card. Now this card, I can only use it to 25 to 29%. If I go past 29%, I am now in the yellow, then the red. I designed the system in the late 70s, 80s, and 90s while I'm training Ken Yarborough. No problem. So fluctuation is what hurts your score. The other thing is you panicked, and some of you maybe filed a bankruptcy or something. Okay, understand, under the Federal Protection Act, you bankrupt. You probably could have other ways to do this, but you asked the bankruptcy attorney what to do, and they told you bankruptcy. There's 1,000 ways to do this different, but it's up to you again. Good morning, Ken. We got your phone number the other day. Someone's going to reach out to you this morning as well. So let's understand. If I take this credit card to 30%, I'm in the yellow, 50's red. You got to realize fluctuation kills your credit. That's what it does. So if we take and put sticky behind our cards today, stickies, we get to what? The discipline. We got to dummy proof this. We got to dummy, because sometimes we do dummy things. We all do dummy stuff. That's how it works. So if we understand something flat right now, they fluctuate. What I'm going to talk about now is Amex cards, gold and platinums. Okay? I'm an affiliate to creditors. Okay, just like, the credit bureaus, blah, blah, and these other companies. I suggested 18 years ago, and I kind of pushed it all the time, so they do a POT. So let's write down POT, paid over time limit. Okay. I believe I am at an 827. Fantastic. Let's take that out for a spin. Let's get $1 million of credit in 3 months. It's not hard to do. Now let's pay attention to this. These do not fluctuate. That means if I have an emergency, okay, I don't jack up the wrong damn card like you do. You jacked up the wrong card. You brought the pain home and got stuck. You're all good people. You're good people. God put you here today with me. I'm going to tell you it's God, family, credit. That's my 3 major things for me. God, family, credit. So family, my wife and I became one 20 plus years ago. So when I say family, it means my wife and I are because we're one. So God is what I live by. That's why I donate myself to help people for 49 years. All right, because I don't need their money. I have everything I want. If I want something, I just go get it. I've created millions and billions. It's not hard to do. So if these don't fluctuate, that would be the card I would jack up during a bad day, bad week, bad year. Because what happens, people panic. Okay? So please follow this live, share the live. And if you give me 5 to 10 referrals today, they buy something or get into any of my programs, I might sell you up to $1,000. Would you like $1,000 a day? Just for the fun of it? People in our affiliate program do it every day. So if you share this live with 10 people, 5 people, whatever, you can actually have me give you some money today for the fun of it. I like having fun. So these fluctuate, these don't. Look at you now. The first thing we have to do on your credit for you, we need to do a rapid refresh. Let's write down rapid refresh. A rapid refresh that I created Rapid Score 48 years ago, almost 49 years ago now, because I was the consultant behind the scenes for a lot of things. So again, what did we do? Very simple. We basically created, all right, the ability to, cards and all these pieces. So a rapid rescore blocks your credit. It pushes your score up, and now you can get other credit cards or whatever you need to rebalance your debt. Because you have to balance your debt. If we're going to get you to millionaire status, you have to balance the debt to ratio on your credit cards because they're revolving. They need to be between 25 to 29%. All right, that's what happens. Okay, I love big women. Okay, I do love big women. Good morning, Ray. When does Credit Morning call you? Okay, well, monitoring. Well, I don't do monitoring. I use a company called Analytical 750. Analytical 750, I like them this year because last year because they're phenomenal. They're not only calling you every 46 days, they analyze you. They tell you what to do. They help personal and business credit, and they're not full of doo-doo. And they carry, if I made a bond, that's for the dark web. So you don't need that, that LifeLock ripoff company, in my opinion, because they got indicted 6 times. Their last indictment's $100 million. It's like Credit Karma. They don't have a spirit, no funding to help you. Okay? Analytical 750 does. They're helping people. So that's one I would pick for monitoring. Let's go back to this. Have you added structure to your life? The answer is probably no. You're doing the same thing again and again, and yet stop it. Tomorrow morning, up an hour earlier. Structure. What is structure? Rapid rescore. Write it down. Rapid rescore. Having somebody do what's called the dispute verification process. Now, I don't believe in credit repair, but I helped set up the system behind the scenes. So this means, like my original book years ago called Prove It or Remove It. Okay, set up the system, wanted to counterbalance. So if we look at cards that fluctuate today, they fluctuate, these do not. Very simple. What does that allow us to do? If you have an LLC, an LLP, a C Corp, an S Corp, a nonprofit, or a PC, that's phenomenal because that'll give you structure. Doesn't matter which one. Now, for your kids, I like them to get a book called Starting Out Right. Now, this is a free download, okay, on my Linktree and everything else. So DM me, get to the Linktree later today, call the office, you need help, and I'm going to give you all kinds of free stuff because that's just me. See, I'm just having fun with people. I create millions and billions on my life. It's easy. So get the free download for your kids. It's called Starting Out Right. See, this book here was dedicated to Ken Yarborough and Harold Stokes. Mainly Harold, my professor, my attorney, my friend, who passed away years ago. He wanted me to change the world. So Starting Out Right is for your kids to understand how to start their credit file, okay, and get their first credit card. By the way, it's free download. You might want to read it too. It'll help you. believe it or not. It'll put you back in check because your problem is you not understanding how to play, understanding how to play the game to win, all right? So we have choices. Choices are very simple. So my question to you, what did you add to your life this last week as structure to get to millionaire status? Did you add an LLC? All right, if you did, there are 9 types. What kind of you did? Did you add a LLP, a C Corp, an S Corp, a nonprofit, a PC? Supreme Court says these are legal people. Now understand, I'm not here to be an attorney, but I want you to understand these things are on Secretary of State's website. If they sue any of these pieces, they sue you. Okay? They would sue you. So the difference is we have to have a structure, and we have to think about what John D. Rockefeller did, for instance. John D. Rockefeller in 1934, they were geniuses. He was a genius, okay? He had millions and billions, or through generation, and never had probate problems. Okay, it's amazing. I study rich and famous people because I was forced to as a kid because I wanted out of hell. See, most of you have mommy and daddy in that family kind of thing. I don't. Okay, I was born in a taxi, left in a trash can. Sucks. Now, they were told to come back and pick me up too. But then I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. So I'd like you to follow me today. I'd like you to give me 5 to 10 followers today. And if they buy anything in any of my programs, everything else we're doing today, all right, I'll sell you up to $500 to $1,000. All right, can we get the link? Get in the link tree below. That's all you got to do. DM me. We'll send you the link. From there, if you need the phone number, it's in the link tree as well. 800-254-9506. So if we look through the process, what are we trying to really do? We're trying to make sure you understand, add something to your foundation today. I don't think you've added anything to your foundation. I'm sorry. I think you're having the same rerun you have all the time. And I think you're listening to what I call the circus, the clowns. Okay, clowns out there all day long, telling you what to do. I don't understand that, but understand. Now I'm going to walk into the next building, all right, and you're going to follow me because it's fun, okay? Hopefully I don't drop anything. Okay, I don't want to drop anything, but sometimes I can because it's just the way it works. So, all right. So good morning. I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit. Got that nickname years and years ago, all right, because at KNX Radio, this would be my 50th year on that station, 50 years. At one time, I was the largest advertiser, second largest advertiser in California, literally, all right, for 32 years, having fun, helping people. So what do? So let's do this. Let's turn on the lights in the next building over. Okay. Now, this is the Ray Reynolds University. It's a nonprofit organization. Now, we have 2,100 rich and famous people, just to let you know. We have 3 presidents of the United States of America, Clippers, Rangers, Dodgers, and Angels, and all kinds of fun stuff as well. But understand something. Also, I help normal people like us, normal. So let's understand today, what can we do? So for you today, your goal would be to listen, to learn, and to please follow through. I would love for you to listen, learn, and follow through. Would that be okay? Would that be okay if I change your life today a little bit? If you allow me to, but it's going to be up to you. Hoping not to drop something as I open this here, right here, having some fun. Now, this afternoon at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I'd love for you to show up basically at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time because I'm going to give you an example of a blueprint for your life. I'm going to read blueprints if you allow me to, okay, if you allow me to, because I appreciate your time and hopefully you appreciate my time. So what happens is at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Now, right now, it's only 3:37 in the morning. Through 3:37 in the morning because we're having fun. So understand something today, what we get to do. Our ultimate goal for all of us is to have fun as we do this as well. But the main thing for you is to learn how to play. Today's date is the 12th. Did you do anything last week to add anything to your structure? I don't think you did. I'm sorry, I don't think you did. I think you're having the same rerun you've been having your whole life. The rerun I don't like. I do not like the rerun. So if we add structure, okay? Structure is very important because structure is the key to building what? Finance and the dream. So let's write down structure builds finance, builds the dream. Because what happens today You need a bunch of money. You need to figure out, how do I get to the structure and I'm living my job or getting a paycheck and all this crazy stuff. Now, the restructure for you would be basically structure of LLC, okay, LLP, S Corp, C Corp, nonprofit, PC. Okay, now the other day I wrote something and they said it's not backwards, and they said it was. So please tell me if this is backwards, because the reality is I need to know that. Because then I won't write any words, okay? I'll just do some diagram things. So let me know if it's backwards. Now, here's the structure. I'm an affiliate, all right, to 119 creditors. I think most of them suck, okay? Now, I have 62 million of live credit cards on my dashboard. I use my credit to help people. I use my credit to add them to a card, for instance, to add them. It doesn't mean you get the card, so let's just get carried away, okay? If you had no credit or your credit sucked, okay, it's backwards. That's what I thought. Okay, so if you had no credit or your credit sucked, I might add a new card to your history, but it's a live card. When I add someone to a card, I'm allowed two things. I'm allowed to have what's called separate billing or authorized user. I never pick authorized user, all right, I always pick separate billing. So it enhances credit. So that's what our goal would be, to enhance you. So today, if your credit sucks, let's do this, you need a Rapper Rescore. Rapper Rescore blocks crappy credit, by the way, and shoots your score up. That's what it does. You will need to reduce your debt to ratio on cards. You will need to understand all cards fluctuate. So what do? We look at this, okay? These cards fluctuate. What do we look at? This is a 10,000, this is a 50, 10 and 50. I'd like to get you 7 of these and 1 of these. Is that okay? If you allow me to. I'd like you personally to have 100,000 of personal credit. You're gonna think that's crazy. Was it crazy when you lost your job and you basically screwed up your credit and had no money to pay your bills and it scared the hell out of you? Is that crazy or not? Is it crazy when you don't listen, learn, you fall on your face and you back yourself in a corner? Okay, if you're in debt, we can show you how to do that as well, because you can take credit or courtesy checks to reduce your debt. Courtesy checks, okay? There's all kinds of ways to do this if you want some help. But I'm going to show you the truth, and you're stuck with me 6 days a week. Remember something. If you get that free download book for your kids today called Starting Out Right, it's free. It's download for everybody, the whole world. You probably need it too. And what happens with this is very simple, is I'm going to hold your hand and teach you to read it, okay? I'm going to make sure you understand, because I don't want you to screw this up. Can you put me on your credit? Well, I don't know you yet. Get to know me first. Okay, we haven't even had, dinner yet. Okay, come on. Let's be honest. I'm going to help you if you want to get to know me. If you don't, you want some quick magic wand BS, go follow the circus and the clowns out there. They're everywhere, okay? All right, if you want some real help, get to know me. I'll get to know you. And we'll help rebuild you if you want. If you want me to rebuild you. Use structure. So structure is very simple. Thank you for joining the fan club. Thank you for all the love today as well. This is why I'm loving and going on my 8th week on TikTok and all the other social media platforms, because I'm just having fun. I'm new to it. I'm a guy that writes checks for $1 million or so, or whatever it is, for radio and TV. Okay, good morning, good morning. So I'd write checks and, being the second largest advertiser in California, and for 32s at one time, it's fun. Because that's what it is, radio and TV. But social media, this is fun, but I have a problem with it. My problem is I'm watching all these people, their opinions, and they're all full of crap. To me, it's a damn circus and a bunch of clowns. I don't like circus and clowns, to be honest with you. I don't like BS. I like the truth. The truth, all right, as they say, will set you free, but we have to understand what is the truth. So today, I need you to add some stuff for your foundation. I don't think you've added anything to your foundation, and I think your problem is going to be you. You backed yourself in a corner, half of you. Your credit sucks, okay? Again, what you need to do is understand the structure of this. So credit repair, Fair Credit Reporting Act says it's a fraud. Now, if you buy into that, that's your problem. That's on you, okay? You might want to learn things for yourself, by the way. In other words, when I wrote my first book with Ken Yarborough, and understand, this is 70s and 80s, and this is 1987, Ken and I wrote a book. Several books, by the way. Now, Ken was security chief at TRW Experian, and I was his trainer. So I wrote a book basically called Winning the Credit Game. So Winning the Credit Game is out there. It's a free download as well. My link tree, by the way, free. Okay? Back then, you'd see that I hold the record for the highest kick on planet Earth. It's only 13 feet, fastest kick on the planet. One of the cars in the car collection, one of the mansions, and one of the yachts. Okay? So there's 21 cars in the car collection at the time. 21. Blackjack. So I didn't like the fact that Ken wanted to kind of, I say, stretch the truth. So in 1976, I released this. Understand something. I need you to get to know me so I change your life, and I need you to understand you're going to do what I ask you to do. Okay, I'm being sued currently. Well, let's find a way how to get around it. Well, is it American Express suing you or something? Or what did you do wrong? Again, there's ways to go through that. You have 30 days to respond to the lawsuit. But again, I'm not here to be safe an attorney. This is winning the game of business. If a person is sued, they should have a corporation on the side to replace what they just screwed up. So winning the credit game was in 1976, by the way. The big, ugly black cassettes. I wanted to teach people what I knew and what I had learned for myself. Because when I was used and abused as a kid, I heard a corporation's a legal person. Illegal person. So again, so credit repair is not, it's not legit because it's a lie. Just look at the Fair Credit Reporting Act. It says they can't collect money from it. They're supposed to be a nonprofit and carry a bond. If you want to be ripped off, go for it. But again, what do? So let's draw this. If you have a piece of paper or a crayon, whatever you have. Okay? This is banks, and they have branch numbers. Okay? Banks use branch numbers to have a line of defense. Okay? So you understand something today is very, all right, understand this, okay? Banks, bankrupt locations. If you had a line of defense right here, you'd build a corporate umbrella. That's what I want you to do. I want you to have like the one filing a bankruptcy, or and the other one that's getting sued. That should have been a division. So let's write down division process that I invented and created in 1985, 86. So I modeled it at banks and everything else, and I studied at the library. As a little kid, I hid at the library all the time. Okay, I didn't like being used and abused and all this crap in my life. I didn't get a mommy and a daddy. I got born in a damn taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. They left me in a trash can. It sucks. So I had to force myself to believe in me. I had to give myself, I would trick myself. Okay, I would say I'm one of the few, no, one of the many. One of the few, no, one of the many. I didn't believe I was a piece of blank, as Mrs. Hope called me all the time. She was she-devil from hell. But I studied in the library all the time. I'd read about basically about up to 15 books a week. Thank God you're still here. Thank God I'm still here too. Why? Life school. I've been shot twice. I've been knifed 6 times. I've been in 2 comas. My last one, I died in 2009. How's that? And I came back in 2011 writing checks again, helping people, radio and TV. So my wife and I always say, we're lucky I'm alive. That's true. Well, that's why I live by God, family, money. God, family, money, okay? So if we look at it, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. That's the goal. But are you doing your best today? Are you adding structure to your life? If you have the same rerun every day, that's the only thing that happens, the same thing again and again. It's like today, someone said they needed some money. Give me 5 to 10 referrals to get into any program today. I'll sell you $500 to $1,000. I have people that do that daily, all the time. So share this live with everybody. Share the live 1,000 times today. Because you could actually get money Zelle back to you right away if you wanted to. So bankruptcy, the best route to rebuild. Hell no. I would tell you never file bankruptcy at all, ever. Unless you're garnishing your wages tomorrow or losing your house tomorrow, bankruptcy should never be filed. Never in a million years. Okay, unless you're sued and screwed up and never filed. Now, bankruptcy is federal protection. So let's understand what it says on the Federal Protection Act. Okay, Federal Protection Act, automatic stay, bankruptcy code. Now, you can do whatever you want to do, and I'm not here to be an attorney. Now, I did all that stuff and going to school and getting on the papers and everything else, and that's fine. School, for me, was easy because I just memorized the answer and just do the test. But I never went to high school. I was at Owens Coast College at 14 and a half years old. Okay, again, but I was driving my Lamborghini. All right, yeah, Lamborghini. I bought it at an auction. See, what happens with most people, they're full of doo-doo. That circus out there going blah, blah, blah all day long, they're giving you bad information. Okay, what do I do if I can't pay our creditors anymore? Maybe you turn off your phone, or change your phone number, change your address, and let them all charge it off, hypothetically. But I can't tell you enough because I don't know you and your situation enough. Now understand, I'm going to answer your questions, but if you allow me to help you, I'm going to basically want to analyze your credit, even if it's great. I'm going to want to do a rapid rescore. I'm going to add you to our paralegal team to make sure your credit is a CFO level. CFO is Chief Financial Officer, okay? So if we model ourselves like the banks do, they bankrupt locations. So they bankrupt locations to keep all the assets. They're doing what's called tax balancing, by the way, tax balancing. So it's like today, let's say you added structure. If you allow my team to analyze you and to rebuild you, add history and all kinds of stuff to you, and do a rapid rescore, what happens next? We would take structure and do this, all right? Hopefully you have a tablet and pen in front of you. I'd like you to write down a square here, but I'd like you to add 9 boxes. I want you to understand something, what I did in 1985 and 86, okay? You'll look it up in history, and Ray Reynolds, the godfather of credit, which is me, who built $60 billion for my clients and other people as well over the last almost 50 years. I invented division process. It's in my books 40 years ago. I wrote the original book on laundromats, car washes, printing, payphones. My payphone business was doing $6.6 million a month back then because every payphone got us $300 a month. So if you want to share the live with the whole world, please share the live. If you get 5 people involved in anything today, I'm going to probably sell you $500 to $1,000 just for the fun of it. See, there's always a way to get into a program. So the bottom line is, all right, not having the money is just a damn excuse. So let's go back to the board. Okay, here's 5 divisions. Let's understand something. 5, 6, 7. Let's go 8 and 9 here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now today, if you build structure, what does this do? If we had an LLC, my first question is what's one you have? There are 9 of those, 9 types of LLCs. Can I get you to help? I'll help everybody. That's what I'm here for. It's live. Okay, this is fun. Share the live with everybody. DM me. Now, which type of LLC do you have? Do you have an LLP? Do you have a C Corp, an S Corp, a nonprofit, or PC? Now, when I created division process, let's go back a little story here and what happened in 1984. In 1984, I owned Shakey's Pizzas. I have 31 flavors, Subways, shopping centers, condos. I'm known as the king of satellite television at the time. Installation, manufacturing, all kinds of stuff, making lots of money. 1984, I got a letter in the mail. It says franchise tax fee in California. I was doing corp to corp as the banks do, okay? All right, that was fine. That's the old school. In 85, 86, I created a vision process because Sacramento gave me permission. Okay, I had a repossession on my auto loan. I was 18. It seems to be screwing me up. Well, it can, but again, let's go to that question. All right, the car, when it gets repossessed, the creditor can report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. They can do the same thing on a house. It's unclaimed income. So if we analyze you, we can tell you what we can help you to do. All right, back to this, okay? I got the letter in the mail and it says I have to pay franchise tax fee. Now, our franchise tax fee in California is up to $800 to $1,000 a month per year, all right, for each corporation. So that means I'm going to pay $1.2 million up to $1.2 million just to say I have corporations. So I was forced to create division process. If you have one of these pieces, like I said, LLC, LLP, nonprofit, PC, S Corp, C Corp, okay, all right, PC, you could have 9 divisions. Now, why would you want 9 divisions? That's structure. What does structure do? These are my wife's cards because there's always some ding dong. Do you really have the cards? There's always a turd everywhere. Everywhere you go trying to help people, there's always a turd. These are my wife's cards, and these are paid over time limit, $100,000. Of course, I have a YouTube channel. All right, I got all these things on social media. Okay, they don't fluctuate. So let's write it down. Okay? If all credit cards fluctuate but two, that means you jacked up the wrong damn card. That's on you. Oh, by the way, I have to warn you, I rhyme all the time too. These don't fluctuate. That means if I have a bad day, bad week, bad year, I won't screw up these. I would jack these up, and then it'll hurt my score. In other words, your score never drops. Your lack of knowledge is your, sorry, I used to say stupidity. I'm not allowed to use the word stupid now. Dumbness, okay? We all do dumb, okay? All right, how you doing today? You signed up to give a deposit on Saturday. That's fantastic, thank you. I know you're doing other things, so you wouldn't want to coach you for a year. But let's understand, we have to have foundation. If you don't change anything today, that's on you. If you don't do something different, the bottom line is you didn't build foundation to build a dream. You keep having the same rerun again and again and again, and that's the biggest problem you have with your life. You expect, some of you, a miracle. Well, God creates miracles, but what happens? Okay, my magic wand's broken. Hey, how you doing? Good morning back to you as well. Okay, so if my magic wand's broken, so is yours probably, right? You see, the problem we have in today's world, it's a circus and a bunch of clowns out there. I don't like clowns. So what do? We rapid rescore ourselves. We redo our history. Add history, do a rapid rescore in history. If you had bad crap, we actually help the paralegals do that. If you need some answers to the question, they'll actually analyze you, tell you the truth. And then we're going to basically go back to basics to rebuild you. If you want to rebuild yourself, again, you might have LLC, 9 types of those, LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC. Now understand, I'll bring them up a million times because Supreme Court says they're actually a legal person. Supreme, you heard of them before, Supreme Court? So Supreme Court said they're a legal person. So this means simple. Say hi. I said hi many times. You signed up on Saturday. That's fantastic. You're going to have to deal with Chris this morning as well. Good morning, Brandy. Okay. So if we go back to basics, if we build foundation, okay, I've called, all right, before. Well, call the office again. Let us talk to you. Let's rebuild you. Let's add the pieces you're missing. If you got all the pieces, let's just rebuild you. See, if needed today, I would say on your LLC, LLP, whatever, I'd add history. I would probably take my favorite credit card, which is the ink cards that are $50,000 each, and add it to your corporation for you. Why? What happens is very simple. These have no interest up to 22 months. People pull out money from Roth, stock, and taxes free. Well, no, that's BS. Why would you even ask that question? You want to pay 10%? Go for it. But again, we're not even talking about that. Okay? Why don't we say the word pickles? Okay? So let's understand something. Okay? You have to understand how to do this correctly. Because even those things you're talking about, money should have been a division through the corporation. So let's understand. You get a paycheck today. Your paycheck is taxed now, okay, before you get your check. The IRS got their cut, you got the leftover, and now you're pissed off because everything you touch is taxed again and again. Because you haven't learned tax balancing. Tax balancing, you would get your money back on your tax return for what they took out of your paycheck. All right, that's what's tax balancing. A entity which is a legal person by Supreme Court, all right, it doesn't pay tax till it's profitable. That offsets taxes. The next thing is on the corporate structure as you build it, it's very simple. Corporate credit's a damn write-off. How much would you like? You see, your problem is your lack of knowledge And you're listening to the basically what? I'm working on setting up an LLC in church. Well, A, depends on state. An LLC can be a nonprofit in 8 states. Okay, you might want that. Or you want them separate, but it's going to be up to you. My first corporation cost me $10. But I was only 9 years old and selling away $10 to Secretary of State, California. So the Secretary of State of California, I sent away $10. That same corp today is $30. See, your problem, all of you, I believe you waste money getting a corporation. I give them for free. Always have. 49 years. Free. It's in the link tree. Simple. Pick the state, click, pay the filing fee, and you got a corp. See, when you spend thousands of dollars, LegalZoom, fantastic. Let's bring it up as Robert Shapiro. Hell, I'm the co-founder of that. Keep talking. Okay, let's understand something. Corporations, you paid an attorney. who's practicing the law never got it right, okay? And you're the duck and the sheep. You're the guinea pig. Why would you pay thousands of dollars for a damn piece of paper that's free in all 50 states? I don't understand. So I'm telling you flat out, set up the foundation. Let us analyze you. Let us do a rapid rescore. Let's add history. Let's build you up. Let's make 2026 the greatest year of your life. But again, it's like the one that said had no money. Give me 5 to 10 referrals today. Get them to the following. You follow me 1,000 times today. Hell, I'll sell you $50 or $1,000 today. How much would you like? What excuse you want to give me? There's no excuse to not rebuild your life. That's up to you. It should be the greatest year of your life. But again, we go back to basics. God, family, money. My wife and I became one because that's with God's eyes. That's what I believe. So when I say family, it's my wife and I. Very simple. So thank you for sharing the live. Share with everybody. I mean, I sell people money all the time. I'm here Sunday, yesterday for 3 hours, and I sell some people money for referrals. I like that. They made some cash. I took away their excuses. But referrals also give you store credit. So you can get into programs for free. What foundation did you set up to change your life? If you did nothing this last week, Monday through Friday, last week, the same damn rerun, this is why you're stuck today. All right, stuck. Rapid rescore, write it down. Rapid rescore. It blocks crap, puts your scores up. That's what it does. I designed it 49 years ago for your mortgage companies and for our clients as well. It's very simple. Rapid rescore, rapid refresh. Let's block crap. Let's push it up. And let's get you a credit card. Let's get you a card that might have a courtesy check. And then we can pay down some of your debts on your other cards. Let's balance your score. So let's understand. To balance one's credit score, all cards must be at 29% rule. And why do I know it? Why should you listen to me versus any of these, what I call circus clowns? I helped set up the system. I'm the one who said the oldest card. I'm the one who put the 29% rule in place, 29% rule, okay? So there's an LLC need income, sell services or products. Well, if you have a corp, you should sell something, right? Okay, it depends what you're trying to do. Maybe you want nonprofit, or there's other things to do this. But again, share this live with everybody. I have 3 LLCs. Oh, good. You pissed away money. Congratulations. Okay? I got 3 LLCs. Peekaboo. You don't need 3 LLCs. Those are those circus clowns telling you need 21 LLCs or 3 at a time. If I rapid rescore you, add history, pop credit, you're missing credit, I'm going to add you a card of mine to your file if I need to. Okay? Need to. So again, I have, all right, millions and millions of credit on my dashboard. I'm a true affiliate, by the way, simple. Not trade line crap, real credit, okay? Now, when I do this, if I do this with you in a program, I'm gonna make sure it says two options. I can give you authorized user, which will no way in your lifetime, or I can do separate billing. Separate billing allows me to have the card here. That's why this card for my client is here. I call it dummy card, okay? And that's what I call it. Now, AmeriExpress copies use dummy code. I had the Blueprint of Success for 40 years, and they use Blueprint Loan. How's that? So if we repackage ourselves correctly today, and they're scrolling pretty fast, so the difference is do yourself a favor. If I miss your question, DM us. We'll get back to you right away. Okay? Where or how do you get into your programs? DM list right there. DM. Now, understand, you're going to get me twice a day, Monday through Friday, and up to 6 times on Saturday for 49 years so far. How's that? I've been helping people because that's been my entertainment. How's that? My wife calls this my hobby. Okay? So if I look at the cards and they fluctuate, my sticky needs to be there because I don't want to screw this up anymore. You jacked up the wrong card. These don't fluctuate. So that's a card used in emergency case. Your problem is you. Now understand something. Under the Fair Lending Act, you're entitled to 99 more cards off each card. That's right. 1 card, 99 more. Got it? AmeriExpress on their dashboard, they'll send it to you in email and say, would you like 99 more cards? I would like you to say no. I'd like to get 9. If I take these cards, these are 100,000 POT time of limit, POT, paid over time limit, 100,000 each. If I take one of these cards 9 times, plus the parent company, do I have $1 million? This is a way you could have $2 million of credit right away within usually 4 months or less. Now my team says say 9 months because people are slow. So would you like $1 million of credit to an entity that the Supreme Court says is a legal person? They can have 9 more babies. 9 more babies. Now, when I created division process in 8586, each division is entitled to 3 subdivisions. Each sub is divided to 2 more, and then 1 more. So again, you got to realize this can create under one of these divisions 16 million of credit. Okay, I'm sorry, it's backwards again. Okay, I keep asking the question to our social media department, and 1 minute it is, 1 minute it isn't, and then I can't get a straight answer. I guess I'll have to hire somebody else to give me a straight answer because I'm sort of tired of not getting the right answer. Okay? Or getting a lousy answer. I don't like the lousy answer. Well, the bottom line is how you want to do certain things as well. Okay? So, a corporation or entity you have, that's what you need to do. All right? Do not have a pyramid scam because that's the things out there. Okay? Division process has been approved by all 50 states. But it's like your banks have subsidiaries. It's corp-owning corporation. But again, that's what you have to do. You have to understand how to play the game. So again, as we do this. So open an LLC under a parent company. No. If you have an LLC, there are 9 types. Which type would you like? What do you have? I need to know that first. The next thing, you might have an LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC, nonprofit, whatever it is. If we look at what you have, I'm suggesting to you 9 divisions, okay? Because again, Mr. Pyramid there, he's lack of knowledge because his thing is to be negative. There's always a turd everywhere. There's a circus clown everywhere. But again, what do we have to do? It's called a corporate umbrella. That's why banks have branch numbers. I mean, let's understand. The United States of America, 50 corps. Every city is a corporation, it's every state. We might as well call them Ponzi, okay? This is ridiculous. That's called stupidity. Unfortunately, all right, we see clowns and circus out there all the time. We open a C Corp. Well, again, before we pick Corp, get to know me so I can answer your questions and dissect every one of these. So we have to understand something. We don't do a quick thing. If you want quick and a magic wand, mine's been broken all my life. Let me use yours, okay? That's clowns and circus out there, okay? So if we picked LLC or C Corp, listen to my words. LLC or C Corp is going to become an S Corp. S Corp. Because what you want to do is get to 3 to 5 million. I mean, I have 3 LLCs. I own a tax and did it over 5 years. I revamped them. Well, again, what's the filing fee? Look at your state, you have 3 LLCs. I might revive one of them, but if it costs a lot of money, I wouldn't bother. I mean, understand, I got a client 3 weeks ago. He hasn't paid his franchise tax fee in California 8 years. They want $12,000. I'd say, hell no. Why would you do that? Spend $100 to get a new one, but he wants the history for a line of credit at the bank. So I said for $5,000, so here's one over here, $3,000. Pick one of these. Georgia, okay? Well, again, the filing fee, that's what it might be, $150. Let's understand. If you spend thousands of dollars for an LLC, LLP, S Corp, C Corp, nonprofit, PC, you just piss away money. That's called stupid. I'm sorry, we're not stupid people. We follow circus clowns all the time. What does this mean? If you go to the link tree in my system, in my bio right now, you can be, there's several things I want you to get for free. First, I want you to get for the kids. This is called Starting Out Right. You need a copy as well. It's a free download. Shows how to set up their credit file and not screw up like you all did. We all did. We all screwed up. Okay, there it is. Okay? So that's your free download. Next, you have Winning the Game of Credit. When I wrote Winning the Game of Credit, it was right after I wrote, basically, Prove It or Remove It. Because I wanted to counterbalance since I helped set up the system. The counterbalance is when you set up the system, you want someone to be able to make sure it's correct and accurate. That's what we did. And then from there, I wrote basically Winning the Credit Game. All right? Behind every book there is simple. There's me with the highest kick on planet Earth, one of the 21 card collections, one of the mansions and one of the yachts. Why not? So then I turned it into a chess game. See, I became a chess master at 13. Nobody would play with me, but that's just the way it worked. But I was at West Coast College at 14 and a half, sucked into a government stupid program because I had kind of a smart brain. I never went to high school. I was always in school instead. Now, I got all the papers and did all that silly stuff too, but anybody can go to school and pass the test to get the paper. Life teaches you life when it kicks your ass. That's your goal. It kicks our ass all the time. So, all right, his bio. Yeah, look into the bio, look to the link tree, DM me, share the live with everybody, give me 5 to 10 referrals today, and don't be surprised I sell you $500 or $1,000 for anybody who gets into a program today. Thanks for the advice. Well, no problem. I'm here to help people. But again, this is the ultimate goal for all of you. All right, so the bottom line is very simple. Okay? Well, the reality, Johnny, you're an idiot. Okay, I'm sorry to say, but I just, I'm trying to help people for free, and he's got some stupid comment to say. No, free. All right, free downloads, free everything else, but that's just typical. Okay, I mean, you got ding-dongs all the time. This is what happens. So again, what do? Let's go back to everything else, okay? As we play this game, we want to win the game of business. So as we do all these pieces, so let's understand. If we look at flat out, okay, 49 years online or in person helping people. That's what I've done so far, okay, 49 years. I'm online, so 6 days a week, Monday through Friday, okay, twice a day, 3:30 in the morning, 3:15 in the morning, and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I want to design a blueprint for you. So Johnny, you might want to pay attention versus going blah, 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 being negative, but that's just typical, okay? There's always a Johnny turd out there no matter what you do. So if you allow me to design a blueprint for you, this will be a blueprint so you can live by and change your life, if you want to. But again, it's going to be up to you if you want to understand how to play the game to win. So what happens? Again, have you added structure to what you're trying to do today? Structure. Structure is the key, okay, and that's what you have to do is make sure you add structure to what to hear. All right, so what I want you to do today is add structure. I don't believe you did anything in your life to add structure to it, okay? So it was funny, okay, that was funny. I just got, all right, Johnny, and thought it was, dang, I just got here. Okay, well, the reality is very simple. Today, your goal is to add structure to your life. I would say, let's write down, again, January, there's a lot of late people. January, 12th, 2026. Now, I need to get you to know me, I get to know you. Because the reality is there are circus clowns out there all the day. So, circus clowns, understand what this means, okay? Winning the game of business, I wrote this and it was out in the public's eye in 1976. It's 1976. In 1976, I'm trying to show the world that banks are doing corp to corp. Because I started my first corporation as a kid. I got $100,000 of credit in the mail. Then later on, all right, with witness protection, Ken Yarber, and all the things I got stuck in doing, I basically set up the credit system behind the scenes of the oldest credit card. The oldest credit card, and that was the goal to make sure you understand that. Oldest card is credit history. Oldest card is credit history. So as we play this game to win, the ultimate goal is to win the game of what? Business. So I want you to win the game of business, and that's what our goal should always be. Winning the game of business, okay? So as we do this, it's very simple, okay? I want you to have foundation. Foundation is very simple. What does that mean? Structure. Let's do a rapid rescore today. Rapid rescore, okay? Rapid rescore. Let's write it down. A rapid rescore blocks crap credit is what it does. If you notice, rapid rescore is also with mortgage companies all the time. I created that about 49 years ago. So if we looked at what we're trying to structure is what do? We get up an hour earlier tomorrow. We find our me time. We add structure, which might be rapid rescore. Someone basically going through your credit file and answer your questions for you. Okay, the interview process. Okay, we do rebuilding here, but we use our rapid rescore and we use the rebuilding process. Approve it or remove it. We don't do credit repair. But we carry a $5 million bond and we also have nonprofit as well. So again, we can work with creditors if we needed to as well to rebuild you, but it's going to be up what you want to do for you. If you do nothing, nothing's going to happen. So rapid rebuilding would work, okay? If you have a great credit score, that's fantastic. Let's add history to that too. If at the end of the day we make you a CFO level, Chief Financial Officer, that would be the goal. Chief Financial Officer, let's do that. So again, what do? The next thing is we need to be a CFO for the organization you have today. Maybe you have that LLC, the LLP. Remember, there's 9 types of LLC. C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC. Supreme Court says they are legal people. All right, simple. I'll show you that as well. But I'm not here to be CPA attorney, but I'd like to help you answer your questions. I'd like you to change your life and get past go. I think most of you are stuck. This is my 8th week on social media. I'm usually just writing checks up to $100,000+ for radio and TV, and that's it pretty well. And I was the 2nd largest advertiser in California for over 32 years, by the way. So again, I want you to get to know me to find out I'm not full of doo-doo, and you can actually change your life if you want to. But it's up to you. So, did you add any structure to your life last week? Structure's finance in the dream. Structure's finance in the dream. So what happens, no structure, no finance, you don't get the goal in the dream. All right, I'm listening, learning about, all right, So what we need to do is understand. Well, let's look at our personal credit. Rapid rescore, rebuilt, 750 score, usually about 3 months, 9 months at the most. And then you're a CFO for the corporation or the entity you have. Again, should be a LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC. But I want you to think about division process. Division process, very simple. If we have division process, what we would do is we take, for instance, American Express cards. They don't fluctuate. They allow us to get 99 more cards. I'd like to get 9 instead. 9 would make more sense. That would make sense to me. But again, at the same time, there's only 10 creditors that I like for the entity you might have. For instance, my favorite is Chase. Chase, on these 6 Chase Ink cards, there's no interest up to 22 months. It's kind of like free money. So you're going to have to realize one thing. It will take credit to build your dream because with the finance you get to do that. But the reality is, unless you're going to win the lottery and have a lot of money, then you'll probably piss that away anyway. So that, as we use this as well. May I ask, all right, do you see Black Law's structure? Yes, I also read through all this. It's a whole library on my whole wall, okay? But that's beside the point. But again, just because you go to school and get a paper doesn't mean you're smart. Okay, life teaches you life and kicks your ass. So we can understand how to structure the right way if you want to. If you don't become a CFO personally, there's your problem. That's family, that's corporation. You have to be a double CFO. Family is very important. I'm going to say God, family, money. If we take some of the credit on our dashboards to help you with history and rapid rescore, we can rebuild you. But again, it's like anything else. Your corporation will pay tax when it makes a profit, but debt offsets taxes. Borrowed money is not taxable. It's like my race cars, okay? I've been racing cars, motorcycles, and boats for over 50 years, by the way. They have the number 8 on it. Why? Because I was born on the 8th. 8 and 0 are infinity beyond. But again, this is what happens. So basically, as you do this as well, we can have some fun. So you put a sticky for me. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. And a lot of hearts. Share this live, Sheila, with everybody. I mean, I sell money to people yesterday just for referrals. So, you know, I got one side. I don't have the money. Excuse me. Give me referrals. Referrals, you get in programs for free. Okay? Referrals got you some cash and a Zelle or whatever. Again, see, there's no excuse. I'm online 6 days a week. 6 days a week. Okay? So what do? It's not beside the point. You must interact in basics and proper definition. Well, we're not here for proper definition. This is not my law class I'm teaching. Okay, at UCLA. Okay, we're not doing that today. We're trying to give people some good information to get them past go because they're stuck. So maybe this is not for you, Sandy. But again, it's going to be up to you to understand how to play the game to win. So basically, sucked into a government program at 14 and a half at T-Week junior high. I have an IQ of 203 with total recall. How's that, Sandy? I write with both hands and talk at the same time. I rhyme all the time too. But what do? We have to rebuild ourselves correctly, and that's what the goal should be. So what did you add as a foundation of last week? You had nothing. That's the same rerun again and again. If you have, an LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, that's a foundation. Supreme Court, public record says it's a legal person, okay? All right, you like to play chess too. That's good. That's business. Business is a game. That's why in 1976, I wrote Winning the Game of Business. That's what it is. Winning the game of business. Ray, I asked the office for a Zelle to get 9 more divisions Saturday and no email yet. Well, the reality is, okay, well, make sure we do that as well. Okay, I'm trying to take pictures of this from this other camera as well. It's simple, pick one, okay? So again, they didn't respond back because you only had 3 reps on Saturday. But if you call this morning, let's see, it's 4:20 in the morning, okay? That's good. I'm up every day at 1:45. That's just having fun playing with people. So again, 800-254-9506. But again, Ray Erase Credit is one of the Zelles. It's pretty simple to find. Okay, we have 19 different Zelles, so we use all the time to send money and receive money. So we're always prepared what needs to be done. There's your Zelle if you need it. It's very simple. That's all you needed to do right now. Now. But again, Marcus, okay, so let's understand. What should we do today? Okay? All right, you got Sandy say, please sit down. Well, the reality is there's always a good person and a bad person. 99% of people like me, 1% are turds. I call it the circus clowns, okay? There's circus that's out there and all these clowns going blah, blah, blah. Well, let's understand what we can actually do if we focus, okay? Today, I want you to get a bunch of free downloads. First free download for the kids, okay? This is for the kids, okay? This is Starting Out Right. I wrote it on behalf of, dedicated to Harold Stokes, my attorney friend and my professor years ago. He wanted me to change the world at the time. How much is it? It's free. You heard the word free, don't you hear free? See, I'm going to give you free stuff all day because it's fun. Okay, that's what I've done for over almost 50 years now. So this is in the link tree. It's a free download. You can't find it, we'll send you the link. Next, I want you to get Winning the Credit Game for free because you need to not hire credit repair flakes because Sandy probably works for one of those rip-off companies. But again, what do? I want you to get, if you don't have articles today, they're free. They've always been free. I had 2 attorneys pissed off from me for 20 years. They sell them for $5,000, and I said, they're free. Why would you charge $5,000? And all I got is because I can. All right, to understand something. Corporations are free. I did my download. Thank you. You're welcome. Fantastic. Good you found it. You were there on the Saturday, too. Now, if you spend thousands of dollars on corporations, I'm sorry, your LLCs, whatever, you wasted money. They're free in all 50 states. They've always been free. You pay the damn filing fee. Why would you spend thousands of dollars to some attorney practicing law hasn't got it right yet? Okay, very simple, when they're free and learn diddly squat. I did all the time in the paper. Hell, that was easy. Okay, passing a test and getting a piece of paper, so what? There are stupid attorneys every day everywhere that pass the bar. I pass the bar too, but hell, I don't drink. It's simple. I used to tell that at the Bar Association and have some fun. So again, what do? You challenge, and the challenge is what we do for business. It challenges us. See, you don't challenge yourself enough, I don't think. I think you're busy having life challenge you and kick your assets. And that's what hurts us all. If we look and listen very carefully, all right, you're a CFO for your family. God, family, money. God, family, money. Cards, sticky, no fluctuation, stop it. Quit jacking up your cards because you jacked up the wrong cards. Jack up these instead, they don't fluctuate, okay? Your LLC, LLP, C Corp, whatever, is entitled to one of these per division. Actually, you can get 99 per card, which is ridiculous. I would like you to have a LLC, LLP, whatever you have today, LLC, okay? Maybe it's a C or S corporate, nonprofit, or PC. There's only 6 types of entities Supreme Court said is the legal person. Legal person. So what do we get to do? We get to play the game to win. And the goal is to win the game of business. And that's what we should be doing. We should always be trying to win the game of business because this world's trying to kick our ass heads. It always has. It's no fun. Okay, we have a choice to listen and learn, but if we don't listen and learn, the problem is we're stuck. And what happens with a lot of the circus clowns out there are they're just going blah, blah, blah all day long, and that doesn't help you. It doesn't help you listening to circus clowns, okay? I'm sorry, they're everywhere. Because what happens is they give you an opinion of a piece. I don't want you to have a piece. I want you to have the whole pie that God gave me, the whole puzzle. That's why I wrote Winning the Game of Business in 1976. Driving a Lamborghini, helping people. I've been out there literally for 49 years helping people. So again, it's going to be very simple. I don't like the circus clowns and the silly people. Don't buy a house. I got 2 houses and I'm a double talker. The LLC, the LLB, you need 5 of these. I don't like the circus. I think it's ridiculous. If people really want to help you, the one who wrote the damn book, he or she should be explaining you and reading you the damn book. All right, they actually give it for free if they want to. Okay, again, it's free. I like free. I've been helping people for 49 years. Where the blank have you been? I was the second largest advertiser in California for 32 years. My events were 4 times a week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and all day Saturday still are to this day. I was at the Bonavich in Los Angeles for 32 years, having fun. So DM me, share this live with everybody. See, if you say you don't have the money, share the live with 5 to 10 people. They get into a program, I'll sell you $500 to $1,000 today. That's easy. We'll pay you as an affiliate to get some money to rebuild your life. So there's no excuse why you can't get into a program. Your problem is going to hold you back is you. There's no reason to hold yourself back. Why would you hold yourself back, Marcus? Okay, I gave you the Zelle, and Zelle, get the 9 divisions now. But if you don't, when they call the office, they charge a little bit more. See, our sales reps, our specialists are on base and commission. You know, if you talk to someone, they're going to sell you something. That's what their job is. But first, they have to make a friend. Then they make the buck. That's my routine. Every office I've had in the back of the wall of every sales call center says, make a friend, make a buck. We have to help people. So we have to get to know each other. So anything else is a bunch of BS. So DM me, share this live with everybody you can. All right, and if you need us to sell you some dollars, we'll sell you some money if you get anybody into a program. Get them into a program. Why? Because it's half the fun. Okay, I should have saved my LLC with 16 years to work with it. Let's understand. The bank, and I've been a associate, and I've also been a consultant to banks for years. They want to see a 2-year corporation if you want a line of credit. For instance, this is checkbook money, okay? Your banks will give you up to $150, but you have to have a 2-year corp to do that or a 2-year division, and that's what the goal is. So as we play this game, understand, in the beginning, if you don't have that 2 years of history on any entity you have, Supreme Court says a legal person, we go get credit cards, corp divisions now, and for you. You can build $1 million of credit on credit cards alone. Now remember, American Express, they have something called a blueprint loan for $250,000 for $250. So maybe we'll get that. We don't need the 2 years for that one, okay? Checkbook money you would at the bank. But if we want checkbook money at Navy, we don't need that. We only need 4 weeks. Again, depends on what you're looking to do. Yes, that's our number, 800-254-9506. Again, nobody will be here for at least an hour and a half. Okay, I start early because I'm an early person. I've always gotten up at 2:25 in the morning, and because I started social media 8 weeks ago, this is my 8th week. How am I doing? On one platform, I have over 20,000 followers. Other ones are just starting out. Just started the platform last week. I want to see if I liked it, to be honest with you. Okay? So, Ray, Mr. Reynolds, Mr. Ray, your division structure, is there a holding company? No, not in the beginning. Understand something. If we go back to John D. Rockefeller, okay, genius in 1934, irrevocable trust, okay, never had money get into probate and all this crap, which is ridiculous. How are we referrals, all right, affiliates? Well, send referrals a day, all right, call the office, here's my referrals. That's all you have to do. In your referrals, put your name, that's it too. It's easy. So understand, do you like it? So far, I'm having fun. This is my 8th week. But every day I have a turd, a Sandy idiot, okay, over here. Then I got another Marcus or, this other ding-dong. I mean, so do I like the idiots? No. I'm sorry I call them idiots because I don't like negative people. Okay, Johnny Martinez is a ding-dong. Okay, so it's a Sandy because they're not listening. See, they're out there trying to make money. They're one of the clowns in the circus. So far, I don't know if I like it 100%. But I'm having fun so far. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't do this. I don't need to do this. How's that? My wife calls it my hobby. I got everything I want. If I need something, I just go buy the damn thing. I've made millions and billions my whole life. Why haven't you? Why haven't you? Understand. Why haven't you? It's very simple. Your lack of knowledge. Well, I was lucky I got to set up half the system behind the scenes. Okay? So again, I'm glad I came across a lot. Well, I'm just going to tell you the truth. You might not like the truth because I'm going to put people in check. But that's just me. I don't have any fluff to give you besides what you could actually do. If you allow me to add history from my dashboard, there's only 62 million of this. I could add to your history and everything else to your corporation in an agreement. I don't believe in what's called trade line crap. But since I helped set up the system years ago behind the scenes, all right, it's like anything else. I mean, maybe Johnny or this other, Sandy crap. Okay, these are the canceled checks I wrote Ken Yarbrough back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I don't believe crap. I got paid through this system from TRW. I'm the one who consulted, trained what needed to be done. There's always a turd. So I don't like the one turd, that bothers me, but I like the 99 people that love me. So today, structure. Last week was a rerun. If you don't get off your ass, it's now, you're not going to get where you want to go. You keep having to say rerun every day. Why would you have a rerun? Okay? Maybe you want that magic wand that I don't have, because I don't have one. Mine's broken, bent. In other words, one of my books called BS Doesn't Pay Your Bills. BS doesn't pay your bills. Okay? So here's structure. You're trying to get credit or money to finance your business. That's great. The problem is you never created auto income. You never created a way to get income automatically. I did that on my payphone business, a long time ago. That was 6.6 million a month. I was the king of satellite television in 1984. Okay, owned Shakey's, 31 flavors, Subways, and shopping centers. But then I didn't want to pay franchise tax fee. I created division process and got it approved by all 50 states. Division process is in my books 40 years ago. It's like today, are you going to go, what do I want to do for the corporate structure? I created something called the Millionaires Founders Kit. There's 12 books. Why did I do that? Every book for every month, you can master the rules and tools, 1,000 steps in 1 year, you have $1 million company. I dummy-proof this for everybody. Because when I do something new, I feel like a dummy. Do you feel like a dummy when you do something new? I don't. It bothers me. So what I want to do is basically say, hello, Alex. So hello back, okay? You've been, hello. That's good. We just have fun. So what do we get to do? You could change your life if you thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate that. If we take the time to listen. But the problem, most of you, you're falling into circus clowns out there. Don't buy a house, but I got these. He's a double talker. He's running a Ponzi, in my opinion. Okay. Oh, you got the Gary V over here today, and his favorite word's the F word. He's going to tell you what to do. He's going to tell you what's all wrong. Why didn't you give him some structure? Okay. Tony and I argued years ago. Duffy Ranker said, I want to help poor people. I said, I want to help everybody. Simple. And Tony's great for motivation, but anything else is crap. All right, I said, he didn't like it. I called him Tony Baloney, but that's just my opinion. So all these circus clowns out there, I don't like it because they're not holding your hand. If they wrote a damn book, shouldn't they explain it to you because you paid for it or got it for free? Hell, I'm free 6 days a week. Free. Twice a day. Challenge that, okay? Find somebody who dedicated themselves to help somebody 6 days a week, twice a week, or twice a day, online or in person. Now, not online for 49 years, in person as well. 3 events, all right, to 4 events and 5 events every week for 32 years, being the second largest advertiser. DM me, share the live with everybody, get the free book for the kids, and you should read it too. It's a download. Get Winning the Credit Game for free, simple, and then get your damn articles of corporation for free if you don't have them. Why not? Free. Why would you spend thousands of bucks for a piece of paper and not learn diddly squat? I don't understand something. Yeah, share this live with everybody. And if they buy anything and referred by you, I'll sell you up to 50 bucks to $1,000 today. Okay? He's the real deal. December 30 corporation established, got it, the credit are coming up. Well, the reality is, yes, I'm the real deal. I just want to change the world. Is that okay? This is my 8th week on TikTok, for instance, and social media. I'm having fun so far, having fun, but I got to defend myself on 2 turds. But hey, don't worry. In 2009, I took out my yacht in the backyard in Huntington Harbor, the largest U-Dock there, my yacht, group of people. Next day, I was in a coma. I get to die. They stole my $3.7 billion of structure. Rebuild it again. So nothing gets you to keep you down besides you. There's no reason to stay down. But Robert, one of my attorneys, had to go after the 14 people online trying to pretend to be me. And he had to say, I represent the real godfather of credit, Ray Reynolds. I'm his attorney. Knock it off. But again, it's like when you're in a coma, people want to steal your goodies anyway. So winning the credit game is very important to me. The credit game is out there. I wrote that years ago too. So it's like anything else. Winning the credit game is for you. I wrote the book called Prove It or Remove It. This is creditors and credit bureaus, and this is letters and what you need to do for yourself. There's no reason to hire a credit repair flaky company. It even shows you in the book here, Repackaging America, one of my companies 40 years ago. I realized people thought I was making boxes, so I had to change the name. Every time I try to use the name of a company, it backfired because I want to know, is this real Ray Reynolds? I did Incorporating You. Are you Ray Reynolds? Yes, I am. All right, Repackage America. Are you making boxes? Are you Ray Reynolds? Again, damn. I couldn't win no matter what, so I named the companies after me. All right, so you get stuck with me. Because naming it something neutral didn't work for me because people want a real person to help them, coach them. So that's why, but any of those companies with my name on them, they don't do business. They're marketing tools only. It's like racing stock cars. That's fun. I like doing that too, or basically boats or motorcycles. Did all that in my life too. So structure. Did you do anything new last week to add to your structure? Did you add anything for financial freedom? The answer is no. You've been having the same rerun every friggin' day. You got to knock it off. Your structure is write it down, wrap a refresh, have somebody analyze your credit, okay, and rebuild you if you need to. Rapid pushes scores up if you don't know that and blocks bad crap. That's how I designed it over 49 years ago. Simple. Next, do you have an LLC, which are 9 types, which kind you have? Do you have an LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC? Supreme Court said they're all legal people, which can have division process. And that's what the goal should be, to create a division. So if we put these pieces in place and you have that structure, I would add history to your corp or LLC and your divisions. I would say get 9 to basically 18 divisions. 9 divisions allow me to get 9 cards off 1 card. So if I had these cards here, okay, I'd add 9 more cards. That's $1 million. The division process allows $1 million, and then the corporation we have to go back to in the LLC pieces. Understand? Corporate credit does not, all right, hurt your business. It helps your business. It's a write-off. Debt offsets taxes. Borrow money is not taxable. So if you use the rules and tools that I've helped rich and famous people master for 49 years, you can restructure yourself as well. But you have to understand something, okay? We have to create a business, and if you don't have one, what I've always done for me is very simple. Thank you for joining the fan club. Okay, second stage says I've completed Share the Live with everybody. All right, let me complete more stages than that. I'm trying to get to 25,000 followers today, and I think I was at 20,000, something or other. All right, trying to get to it. I don't know what the number is right now, but again, because I haven't checked it for a couple hours. But share the live with everybody today. If you do, and they get into a program, I'd sell you $50 to $100 to $1,000. Why not? You could be making money off referrals or use that money to get into programs with me. It's up to you. Do you want to play or not? Share the live with everybody. DM, get the 3 opportunities today for free. P.O. Box first. Well, no. P.O. Box is driver's license, insurance, registration. That's P.O. Box, okay? But again, we still got to dissect you and analyze you. The analyzation is the key thing. This afternoon at 3 o'clock on this whiteboard, I'm going to design a blueprint. I'm going to give an example of a blueprint today. Okay, an example. Ray, how did I get rich? How do I get rich? You don't, Chase. You don't. I'm not rich. Why the hell would you want to be rich? This is the circus clowns going, look at me, I'm rich. I don't own anything rich. I don't want to be rich, Chase. I have a what? I'm a puppet master. We control millions and billions. We do not want to own anything. See, you got to follow the Ray Reynolds movement instead, because this clowns and circus people out there are ridiculous. So again, what do you get to do? 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to give an example of a blueprint for your whole life. Then I'm going to offer to do one for you with you as well, if you want me to. I'll do a custom blueprint with you privately. But again, that's usually your partner of life and you, and I charge up to $5,000 for that. I'm expensive. But then they give discounts as well. But again, it's up to you. See, do you want to change your life for real? Okay, or you want to basically go blah, blah, blah. So turn on your notifications, okay? Again, all right, someone said something earlier today, okay? Remember, I'm new to social media. This is my 8th week. So I'm learning as a bouncing ball. Writing checks for my events for years were easy. Writing checks were easy all the time. That's what I did. 100,000 millions of dollars. I think the biggest check I wrote one time was 10 million bucks, just because it's fun. All right. So again, all right, I'd like to get a custom blueprint. Well, it's going to be up to you. But get to know me first, please. Let me generate a sample for you. Because if you blueprint your life, you can get structure. You know, I'm sorry these people out there in the circus clowns want you to just spend money. They don't help you for real. I watched people last year spend $10,000 to go to the clowns meeting with all these people. Every famous person told them their story. My thing with there, I'd step in the middle and go, Grant, sell me the water. And ding dong. What can you do for me? It's the crap. All right? Gathering other people's money to say you're rich and this Ponzi thing, in my opinion, is wrong. But again, I'd like to help you for real. See, if someone wrote a book, shouldn't they explain it to you? Shouldn't they at least take an hour? Hell, I'm online twice a day, Monday through Friday, and all day Saturday to help people for 49 years. I currently have a C Corp, fantastic S Corp. And all right, bottom line is your C should have been S. Why'd you have 2 corps? So I don't get this. This is Slick Willie. Okay, Slick Willie, why would you have both? C Corps are double taxed. They're turned to S, so they're not. Why would you have CNS? Makes no sense. Let's find out the oldest corp. Let's work on that one instead with the division process. Grants for my community for kids. I really want to build. Again, if you want grants, understand something. This is, all right, Nancy, it's going up too fast, so whatever your name, thank you for joining. If you want grants, what I would do, what I did, okay? Right now, all right, Trump's giving over $1 billion of grants this year, if you don't know this. City, state, federal. Grants. You would get a nonprofit corp. The nonprofit corp, I don't know what state you're in. In California, it's $10. No, it's now 30. I paid 10 when I was 9.5. You would get what's called a golden ticket, okay? The nonprofit gives you an exemption, 501c3. We have a class on that. We help people get that as well. Please don't pay someone $15,000 out there to the clowns and circus to get your 501c3. Okay, we'll help you do that as well without charging an arm and a leg. We know what we get for a rib. Come on, let's understand. So see, funny, okay. So what do? We play the game. Nonprofit. When I did Helping Hand Industries, all right, Helping Hand, understand this. I did Teach Our Children. Nancy Reagan turned into the DARE program, and I did the Orange County Blind Center. So then nonprofit should have a neutral name. If you focus on elderly care, all right, transportation, and then you can look at maybe helping the kids as well. Elderly care is $112,000 a month if you do it right, grant money, but it's up to you. Grant money should tie in. Now, a profit and nonprofit can work in conjunction. Also, in some states, there are 8 states that allow an LLC nonprofit. 8 states, depends if you're in one of those states. Remember, there are 9 types of LLC. But again, we got to figure out structure builds finance, builds a dream. But we go back to you. You're in charge of this. Okay, it's God, it's family, which is my wife and I became one. Then it's money. God, family, money. God, family, money. It's always been that way. If we focus on that, we can accomplish the goal. If we don't focus on God and family first, we're never going to make it. Foundation builds the dream, builds the structure. That's what it is. It builds the finance behind it. You have to finance the business, but again, today the thing is, well, guess what? Have you added structure last week to what you're doing? The answer is probably no. No structure, you don't have what is. I got a piece. No, you got pieces. You're doing a half blank job, most of you, and you're trying to go get the American dream. Now, most of you may be making money and having fun. That's good. Did you get a corporation to millionaire status? It should be 1 to 3 to 5 million. That's, IRS says 5 million below. Then we change structure. Do we have an irrevocable trust? Are we planning long term? See, most of you are doing short-term crap, in my opinion, short-term. Long-term is, all right, no fluctuation. All right, wrap or rescore. Your score stays at 750. Corporation division process. You let the divisions do the line of defense because if there's something goes wrong, because there always is, you get rid of a piece and you keep the other pieces. So again, what do you get to do? All right, so again, what do you do? What watch do you have? Well, who cares about a damn watch? Okay, I wear a different watch basically based on the color I wear every day. I don't care about a watch. Okay, so again, do you have the Lamborghini? No, we don't care about the damn money. I'm not here to brag on you. I'm trying to tell you my history, my background, my resume, so I can change your damn life. Who gives a damn what kind of watch somebody has? Who cares? Okay? But again, this is structure, finance, and dreams. If you refer people today, and you share this live with everybody, don't be surprised I sell you $50, $100 to $1,000 today. That's what I do with people all the time. I sent 3 Zelles yesterday. We, the people, can change our lives if we choose to. Do you want to change your life, yes or no? It's simple. Share the live with everybody. Let me change your life. Let me get you into programs at the same time and have some fun. Okay, do you support? Okay, I'm not going to go into politics. Okay, you want to go into politics? That's not for this. Okay, everybody's got an opinion this or that way. That's how they do. Okay, so again, we're not here to do politics. We're here to help you. I would tell you to basically concentrate on your defensive circle, your circle, which is a line of defense. Okay, we must focus on God first, family, husband and wife being one, and then money. We have to do this. So refer 10 people again. Don't be surprised. I sell you some money today because it's fun. I'm having a good time. This is my 8th week on social media. 8 weeks. How am I doing so far? I'm trying to get to 25,000 followers on one platform, TikTok, and I was getting like 20,000 plus whatever so far. So I don't know what the number is yet, but I'll check it when we're all done here too. Do you think investing in benefits? Well, investment, I understand. You understand something, Queen. Or getting the power to the other part of the name. When you say, do you want to invest? The answer is no. The investment's a division. Okay? If you invest as you got to pay tax on every dollar you bring in. That's called dumb. Okay, it's bad enough we're taxed on our damn paycheck before we get our paycheck. We're taxed, we get the leftover, and then everything we touch is taxed again. If you don't do tax balancing, you're not listening. So your corporation entity or your LLC entity will do investments. Again, that's where you should focus on investments. Then when you make too much money, what state should you play in? But again, that's getting past $3 to $5 million as well. It's called venue. So if you listen, learn, I can repackage you my way. Right? Taxes on everything we buy. Well, again, it's how it works. Paycheck is taxed before you get the check. You get the leftover, and what you look at is taxed again and again. But if you structure it correctly the right way, corporations don't pay tax. This is why your LLC, listen carefully, LLC or C Corp become S. I have a 508C1, okay, no problem. Irrevocable trust. What is my next step for funding? Get into one of my programs, get into coaching, get into adding history, getting all pieces. Talk to a specialist, DM me, get the free books today. Get basically for help your kids. One says they want to help the children, get the free download. And then get a free download for every kid you know in high school and college. Get everybody to read the damn book. Everybody. It's free. Then if you have bad credit, get the free book for basically winning the credit game. Help yourself. Don't hire a credit repair flake. Okay, well again, I started with giving this out in 1976. I had the number one info commercial in the world. Did you not know that? Second largest advertiser in California for 32 years. I'm the coach behind Dave Delgado, Carlton Sheets, and Res Dolby's people years ago. Having fun. But I kept telling them they're doing it wrong anyway. So this is winning the credit game. This is winning the game of business now. I did this in 1976. Winning the game of business. See, back then it's corp to corp like banks do. Now it's corporate and division process, so you don't hurt your corporate, your family. Could you imagine how silly you'll be? Your entity, your LLC, your LLP, your C Corp, your S Corp, nonprofit, PC, is on Secretary of State's website. They sue it, they sue you. You're older, you're slower, you're not as pretty as you used to be. None of us are. You just screwed up. If every entity you have has division process, you're giving yourself a line of defense. This is truly a line of defense, and that's what you should be creating today, a line of defense. That is a corporate umbrella. But if you don't do that, then you're going to keep doing what you do. See, what you're doing right now is very simple. I bought the Carlton Sheets program. Well, all right, years ago, well, I didn't like it. I was a trainer behind it, telling people to change things as well. Again, what did you do with it? You're still here trying to get to million to billion, aren't you? My structure gives people that all the time. I have 37 millionaire clients now. I literally have 39 billionaire clients. When I helped Elias bring edible arrangements to California, I made him a billionaire. I make people billionaires all the time, but again, it's easier to make you a millionaire than a billionaire. DM, okay, please DM when time. Thanks, Ray. Well, every one of you should DM all the time to me, share the live. Hey, you get into a program for free when you share the live, and you give us referrals to get into a program. You also get Zelle money back to you all the time. You want $50, $100, $1,000 a day? Join and share the live with 100 people, 1,000 people. Share it now. If you share the link in the live, you can change your life, Joe. I can help every one of you. That's what the goal should be. Share the live, share the live. And DM me. Get to know, get some books for free and other things. Understand I'm not full of doo-doo. Okay? I'm going to be here 6 days a week right now. All right? Literally. Okay? Well, I'm not going to comment on somebody else, basically, other what they do. Okay? Okay, I'm not here to, I'm just going to tell you about the circus clowns out there. I don't like the circus and the clowns. They give you little pieces, and they tell you get this card, and this is what it does, so it's just wrong. Don't buy a house, don't buy this. It's like, I don't understand. It's just a damn circus. I need the right path now. I would only get so far. Now it is time. Thanks. I'm glad I found you. Well, I'm glad I found you. We're having fun, aren't we? If you want to get into the process, and that's what you understand. Structure builds finance, builds a dream. What does that mean? If you had nothing that last week to your structure, you did nothing. You had the same rerun. I mean, isn't it time you quit having reruns? I mean, come on. I mean, it's simple. Time, money, and credit. We're running out of time. We're running out of money. We have not enough credit. There's a problem. You are your own problem. I will tell you today, if you go to the 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to be online creating a blueprint with you. I'm going to show you an example of what I'm talking about every step of the way. And I'm going to tell you to fire yourself because you didn't do your job. I'm sorry. If you're online today at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 3 o'clock. So again, what we're going to do, we're going to basically have some fun. Getting pieces, no problem. So again, all right, I would basically be self-taught. Well, the reality is, I went to school, I got the paper and all that stuff, but life taught me life by reading all the time. I've been reading up to 15 books as a kid every week because I wanted out of hell. See, when you're born in a taxi and thrown in a trash can and nobody wants you and you give Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, that uses and abuses you, that's what happened to me. I want to get the hell out of hell. The only way to do that is to feel sorry for yourself or try to be the smartest person you know. And I have recall in most things and an IQ of 203 and I write with both hands and talk at the same time. And I rhyme all the time too. So I just want out of hell. Get to know me and I want to get to know you because I'll change your life if you want me to. But you're going to have to follow through, changing your life. If you do not follow through, that's your problem. You do the same damn rerun every day. So go back to basics. For you latecomers, it's very simple. See, you're wanting a bunch of this. This is not even money. Hasn't been money since August in 71. It's a Federal Reserve note. It's a legal tender. Okay, Nixon took the gold standard out in 71, August, if you don't know this. So that SS5 form that you filled out, or mommy did, because we're bonded up to 35 million apiece. SS5, SSN equals 1040 tax return. That's how they track us and bond us, and they tax us on our paycheck before we get our check. And then your problem is you have to realize the IRS is not the problem. The IRS has rules and tools. You just have to learn to master the rules and tools. Your problem is your lack of knowledge. You're not doing tax balancing. Tax balancing, what you should be doing today. That's what I try to teach everybody else. Don't worry. I wrote a book on tax balancing, become the bank, all right, and buckets money as well. I've written over 67 books so far. I have about 40 right now being edited. I just keep thinking things to do. Sent hearts to me. One first gift they ever sent. Express your appreciation. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful to help people. A federal note. Okay, IOU gold. Well, the reality is simple. All right, I want an IOU from all the people we help countries, and that's fine because we would have a deficit. But it's in how you look at things. Borrow money is not taxable. I had a client the other day going to take money out of an account, 10% penalty because he needed money. I said, stop. Call them. They borrow money. Well, what do you mean? I go, let's get on a conference call. So he joined me on the call. I said, I'm his attorney, in fact. All right, how much is in his account? He's going to liquidate penalty. I said, no, let's do this. I'd like to borrow against 80% of that, please. Okay? And they said, well, let's get that form processed. No problem. It takes 24 hours. He goes, he said, holy shit. See, your lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man or woman. We all do stupid things. We all do dumb. I said, borrow money's not taxable. You're going to get rid of an account because you need the money. Knock it off. In 24 hours, your problem is solved. The problem, most people, they jack it up, screw things up all the time. They jack up their own damn card. All cards fluctuate but two. I wrote the rules. These don't fluctuate. Jack these suckers up instead. Then a corporation or entity, you get 99 more of these. It's $1 million. Why do people ever screw things up? Because they don't know what they're doing. They're asking all their friends and family. And they haven't done diddly squat. Can you imagine asking your friend and family an idea you have, and you tell them and they want to change it no matter what you say? So again, so a certificate of deposit. Well, again, depends if it's borrowed money, Joe. See, if we set up money correctly, like, they got these little silly books in the circus, the insurance and this and that. It's true if you do it right, but they have pieces. There's so much more than, I need 3 LLCs. No, you don't. I need a trust. There's a lot more to that. It's irrevocable trust. See, rules and tools are simple if you understand how to play. I'm online free or in person for 49 years, twice a day. All right, all day Saturday. But I have paid classes on Saturday, so they're not all free. But if you want to play, you learned from me. It's simple. I just want to change the world. Thanks, Jay. So understand, what do? If we build structure, we build dreams, we build finance. Finance, borrow money is not taxable. Corporation basically does this. So there's always someone, how much? I don't know what you need. How much? You want to give me $1 million? I don't need your money. Why don't you get to know me first, Joe, and get into the blueprint that's free this afternoon at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Let's decide what you want. You can call the office and talk to a specialist in about an hour and a half. Okay, it's very simple. It's how you get started. So, cash flow. Okay, here's cash flow. Understand, I own the rights in my book, 1976, Cash Flow for Your Time. Yeah, someone's tried to steal that too. But now he's put the word the financial freedom. I own the rights to that too. My attorneys have to remind him and even Tony Robbins to quit using Blueprint of Success because I own the rights for that for 40 years. So simple. Where's the schedule? 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, Joe. All right, what time is it in your right now? I'm 5 o'clock. That's what I'm almost 5 o'clock. Okay, almost 5. It's 4:58 is what it says. So what do? So understand something, okay? 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time today on this whiteboard, I'm going to give you a blueprint for you. I'm going to show you how you can change your life now. Okay, Tuesday we have a call. Fantastic, Joe. Okay, that's probably a half hour to an hour blueprint call. Now, if you're married, have your spouse on that phone call too. All right, or partner of life. Because why? I want to help both of you. If you're married, I love this part. The man's doing his business. I want her to have a nonprofit. I want to compete because I can help her get grant money at $112,000 a month while he's going, ah! It's just fun stuff. But again, God, family, money. Okay? Then we're going to talk about making sure you don't bring the pain home. I own the rights of never bring the pain home, stop bringing the pain home. I've been doing this for 49 years, people. Do you not understand that? 50 years this year, in March of this year. I trained underwriters at banks. I've set up the system behind the scenes, and I'm still here. All right, 2009, I got to die in a coma in my yacht in Huntington Harbor, that big U-Dock, my yacht, my backyard. Got to die the next day. 3.7 billion was stolen. It's not mine anyway. See, I'm not rich. I'm not stupid into saying I'm rich. Look at me. I don't like circus clowns. I like the truth. It'll set you free. All right. Now, I've had some fun so far today. Only had 2 turds, okay? All right, well, we'll have to figure out how to fix the turds. Because trying to convince the turds how to help you, they don't want to help anybody. They're just turds because they're part of the circus. Okay. Now, we have 21 people, 2,100, by the way. And there's a signature from a president of the United States of America. Lakers, Clippers, and Dodgers, and Angels as well. Our wall of fame has 2,100 pictures. Now, today, and this is the Ray Reynolds University over here, peekaboo, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, we're going to help people create a blueprint. I call it the Blueprint of Success. I own the rights to that for 40 years. And if you listen to the blueprint, I'll blueprint you. And I'll first give you a blueprint example on the board to help everybody. That's the goal. Now, I'm going to tell you, go to 3 o'clock this afternoon. Please go to 3 o'clock. I'd like you to do that today, if you would, please. It's 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Okay, we're basically in Pacific Standard Time. I'm in California. If you're not, look at your time. It's 5 o'clock in the morning here. I start at 3:15 in the morning because it's fun. I like having fun. I'm up at 1:45 in the morning. Always have been. Usually 2:20 or 1:45. Okay, let there be light. There was light, as God said, no problem. Okay, we got to get through the office here and get it set up for the people that come in at 6. And then we have basically our meeting at 7:30 at the management. It's called Setting the Tone, by the way, because I set the tone with people every day. Setting the tone is important to me. I want to set the tone. Now I'm just putting in my breakfast my wife made me. And of course, the cleaning company yesterday, they cleaned the plate in the microwave, so I got to put that in there too. Hopefully I don't drop it. You see, I have this problem. The devil's trying to kill me since the day I was born. He's always in my way. It's like he's right next to me. He won't go away. You ever had that feeling? All right, let's put that in there a couple of minutes and have some fun. This is the break room for our employees. 80% of the people you hire suck. Okay, I'm going to tell you the truth. That's what it is. Very simple. I'll see you at 3. That's fantastic, Randy. Okay. Now, we go through here. I got to go to the women's restroom, not to do anything besides light the candle. Cleaning company didn't put their trash can back over here. I don't know, these cleaning companies. Maybe we should fire them, huh? Nah, they do pretty good. So, if you hire 100 people, out of the 100 people, 20% will be good. The rest will suck. Okay? This world is full of lazy people that want a free ride from everyone. Free ride. Okay? So 20% of your employees you hire will be great people. They'll actually help you push out the 80% of basically try to rip you off. Now I'm in the men's restroom. Okay? I'm just lighting candles because I like the smell of candles. That doesn't mean people stink. I just like the smell of candles. So the goal is having fun. Are you having fun yet? So we're going to help people today get past go. This is the vending machine for our spoiled employees. The goal is to spoil them rotten. Now, rotten means rotten. Okay, I understand. Going through the call center. In all my call centers for 40 plus years, I put on the wall, make a friend, make a buck. What does that mean? If they take the time to get to know you and help you for real, You know they're going to sell you something, and they make a bonus and a commission, all that stuff. So helping people is the goal. So again, I want to be an affiliate with you. Well, the bottom line, Joe, you can do that all day long. My biggest affiliate right now makes about $3,000 a day. This is the paralegals, okay? But he made more last year, but this year just got started. He's just having fun. So our engineer sits here. His name is Daniel. He's a little IT engineer genius. Helps us as well. The microwave's beeping now, so what do? So what's going to happen in a couple of minutes, I'm going to say bye, bye, bye to all of you. And I rhyme all the time too, sorry to say, but it's true. And that's my intent. It's just something that God gave me to do. And when I was a kid, they said I was dumb. But I have recall, and I write with both hands and talk at the same time. I don't think I'm dumb. I think they were dumb. What do you think? All right. So going back to my office, got to turn a couple more lights on. Okay, our vice president is going to be in here. His name is Santos. He has literally 30 plus years in real estate. See, at the end of the day, I'm going to show you how to buy a Wendy's restaurant. I'm going to help you get an auto income, which I've done all my life. I wrote one of the original books for laundromats, car washes years ago, printing, all right, my payphones and all this other things too in real estate. So what happens is when I help you get credit to your entity, I would like to put you in a franchise. I'd like to help you in an escrow. By the way, every escrow, I'm in every one of them, everyone. So if you're in an escrow and you partner in that escrow with me, that means I built you corporation's credit. All right, you finance the piece. You don't own any pieces. They're owned by division process. Again, divisions. Divisions are the line of defense. That's why I invented them in 1985, 86. I'm trying not to drop this, okay? Because that always tends to happen sometimes. All right, so today, if you get structure, you build finance, you build the dream with me, I'm going to show you for free. Free. You like free? But then you have the ability to get involved into a program if you want to. Getting into a program would make sense. But again, it's structure. It's the goal, what we're trying to do. But if I built you $1 million of credit, or a blueprint loan, I got you literally checkbook money. I would like you to write a check to escrow. I'd like you to write a check to escrow to own a piece. See, your whole problem, I believe, is you never got auto income. I created auto income in 1987 for my clients. I was closing 16 escrows a day, 16. I couldn't handle it all, it was too much. So what I did is I had my clients become my soldiers. So every escrow I closed, ever since then, I put them in process with me. You own 25% of a Wendy's restaurant, get $10,000 a month per entity. Okay, you do nothing. The management company does it all for you. Why don't you own a Wendy's restaurant? What's wrong with you? I don't understand. All right, why don't you own 10%, 20%, something? Why don't you own a laundromat, car wash? I got clients now going, you need to buy a car wash and a laundromat. No, you need to own it now because no one wants to run a damn car wash. It's a management company. It's always been a management company. So again, if you take the money I help you build structure into that, you're going to own a piece of something. By the way, you own the piece forever. 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 You got forever? See, then I'm going to teach you how to leave the foundation to whoever you want, hopefully your family. There's no reason to get basically probate crap. All right, John D. Rockefeller knew how to play the game in 1934. 1934. Irrevocable trust. Your problem is you're listening to silly people out there. I call it the circus and the clowns. Sorry. I don't like circus. I don't like clowns. I like the truth. But if I write a book, or you get the free books today, I'm going to read your story. You're stuck with me. All right? Do you sign up individually? You could if you want to. It's up to you as well. All right? You put cash flow, buy something. Okay, no problem. Who sets up with us? Well, I'm going to be in every class with you. You're stuck with me. So you can go to the 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time today, and I'm going to show you an example as a blueprint. If you want to call the office, you can do that in about an hour and 15 minutes. All right, and what happens is you can talk to one of our specialists that I've trained personally. 800-254-9506. DM me. It's in the link tree as well. Share the live with everybody. because I want to change the world. I'm having fun for my 8th week on social media. 8 weeks on social media. How am I doing so far? I'm trying to get to 25,000 followers today on TikTok. All right, that's what I've been trying to do. It's kind of fun stuff, okay? But I just want to have some fun. So, see, I get bored very easily. My wife calls this my hobby. I'm up at 1:45 in the morning. I want to play and get over to the office. So at 3:15, I can go live. Why not? It's fun. That's 3:15 in the morning, a.m., by the way. I only need 3 to 5 hours sleep in the first place. That's all I've ever gotten all my life. That's all I need. So we could play the game to win if you want to win. Now, I got to say goodbye. I got to check 19 emails, 19 bank accounts, and I got to check 64 credit cards. You see what happens with my clients and you, what's going to happen if you allow me to. These are American Express cards. They're in the process of getting a blueprint loan up to $250,000. What happens with clients is they don't have 30 transactions and hundreds of thousands a month going to some accounts. I do. So I can use my accounts as we partner into a program with that too. So if I take the American Express, that's fine. Those are up to $250 in blueprint loans. These are Chase. Chase are basically what's called checkbook money up to $150. So if you're missing a piece of anything, let me know. I have programs for every piece you're missing anyway. I make and create billionaires all year, but millionaires are my fastest. 37 million millionaire people so far in 49 years, helping people at one time, second largest advertiser in California. I tried social media for the last 8 weeks to see if I want to have fun with it. Simple, because I usually just write big checks. Okay, big checks on radio and TV, and that's what I've done for 49 years. That's amazing. Well, what's amazing is you're here today because God put us here. God, family, money. Family means husband and wife is one. Now, I'm going to eat my breakfast. I already heated up what my wife put together for me, so I'm going to say bye-bye. I'd like you to DM me. All right, call the office 800-254-9506. Share this live with everybody. If you share the live and you get in basically people in the program today, I'll sell you $50 to $100 to $1,000. I did 3 sales yesterday for people. It's simple. You can actually, use that, whatever referrals into an affiliate program so you can do what? You can actually get into programs for free. What's for breakfast? I'll be talking to you later and talking to Chris today. She made some homemade, I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. There's steak, there's potatoes, there's green, onions and all kinds of stuff. I don't know what it's called. My wife makes all kinds of good stuff. I'm a gourmet cook. But the day I married my wife, she kicked me out of the kitchen. This is not nice. It's my kitchen. She explained to me it's her kitchen now. Oh, well. All right, DM me, share the live with everybody, make some money off the shares lives as well, get into programs, have some fun with me. I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather Credit. I'm the real deal. I'm not full of blah, blah, blah. And you can learn to play today if you want to, but it's up to you. But I'd like to see you at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. DM me, share the link with everybody, get to have some fun. And I'm going to have more fun with you starting today. So guess what we do? As we play this game, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all. The ultimate goal is what we're trying to do. The goal is to have fun. All right, I wanted to take a picture. All right, because there was a turd earlier today. I want to make sure they find the turd. Okay? I don't like turds. Sorry. Let's see what we got. Okay. There it is. Okay. So we can report Johnny for being a turd. Okay. I don't like turds. They bother me. Sorry. Okay. Unfortunately, we deal with the circus clowns out there, a lot of them. And it sucks. So today, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's what I'd like you to do. All right, and Marcus, all right, if you wanted that, all right, 9 divisions or whatever I did on Saturday, which was actually a mistake on pricing, you better Zelle at Ray Erase Credit now. If we don't receive it, the sales are going to talk to you. They will not honor the price because they're on a base and a commission. So anyway, I hope today we see you on the live, all right, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We get to play the game to win. That's the ultimate goal. Okay, as we play this game, I want to win every day. Okay, let's not screw this up. Are you sure you want to stop streaming?